The Inquisitors of the Ordo Hereticus are renowned for their unwavering determination and indomitable will. These stalwart figures are equipped with formidable psychic abilities or fortified with specialized psychic hoods, specifically designed to nullify the insidious machinations of hostile sorceries that target their minds or beings. However, some Inquisitors choose to place their trust solely in the Emperor, relying on the utterance of litanies of protection and fervent hatred as they relentlessly pursue rogue psykers. Similar to their counterparts in the other Ordos of the Inquisition, the witch hunters are not averse to utilizing individuals with psychic powers, as long as they have been duly sanctioned. Surprisingly, within the ranks of the Ordo Hereticus, numerous Inquisitors possess the capability to wield psychic disciplines themselves. Woe befalls any witch who finds themselves hunted by such individuals, for these Inquisitors are notorious for their unyielding zeal. Perhaps it is because they possess a profound understanding of the grave perils that lurk within the warp, or perhaps it is a result of their rigorous training. Regardless, these psychic witch hunters stop at nothing to vanquish the corrupt and the tainted. Certain Inquisitors belonging to the Ordo Hereticus specialize in the identification and eradication of mutants. They command multiple cells of acolytes, ranging from hardened flamer squads adept at purging vast infected areas to precise assassination units, adept at removing and replacing key political figures who have succumbed to the seductive call of the Dark Gods. In most cases, these Inquisitors are less concerned with the mutants themselves, as they pose a relatively straightforward threat to deal with, and instead focus on discerning the root causes of mutation. An outbreak of mutations may herald a looming catastrophe, signify an upsurge in cult activities, or even result from the capricious whims of the ruinous powers. Whatever the cause, the Ordo Hereticus demands a thorough investigation and a decisive purge. Consequently, the Ordo occasionally become embroiled in high-profile events, such as the removal of a head of state, the cleansing of corrupted pollutants, or even outright warfare. Occasionally, the Ordo Hereticus finds itself pitted against individuals or phenomena that present significant threats. These adversaries may range from psykers of unprecedented power to mutants with terrifying abilities, or even planetary governors who refuse to carry out the necessary pogroms. In such cases, the Ordo Hereticus does not hesitate to excommunicate the offending individuals from the ranks of humanity, subsequently launching relentless hunts characterized by chilling ruthlessness. To accomplish their objectives, the Ordo is not hesitant to call upon any allies they deem necessary, including the battle-hardened Sisters of Battle, members of other Adepta, or even the servants of other different Ordos. They are willing to undertake whatever measures are required to apprehend the excommunicated targets, even if it entails deploying the Imperial Guard against their own people. The preservation of the Imperium and the prevention of corruption spreading to millions or even billions outweigh the sacrifice of 1,000 innocent lives. More so than any other branch of the Inquisition, the Ordo Hereticus maintains a broader perspective. Their duty entails safeguarding a vast flock, wherein individual lives hold little significance. The Imperium comprises of billions of souls, each harbouring the potential to become a psyker, a mutant, or heretic. Thus, the Ordo Hereticus is engaged in an unending struggle on countless fronts, ever vigilant for the emergence of fresh heresy, its origins unforeseen. While acolyte cells or specific inquisitors may have the luxury of addressing local situations exclusively, the scholars and masters of the Holy Ordos observe events from a detached standpoint, contemplating star systems and sectors rather than individual planets or countries. To some observers, this impersonal attitude may appear reprehensible, yet to the members of the Ordo Hereticus it is a necessary approach to safeguard mankind from its own self-destructive tendencies. It is a sacred duty bestowed upon all inquisitors and acolytes by the Emperor himself to ferret out the adversaries of humanity, no matter where they may hide, and to eliminate these imminent dangers. However, among the various orders of the Inquisition, none place as much emphasis on the meticulous process of scrutiny as the Ordo Hereticus. While Xenos invasions often occur in overwhelming waves or through colossal troop carriers, and demonic incursions transpire by breaching the very fabric of reality, heretics, psykers, traitors or mutants frequently conceal themselves amidst the countless multitudes of human beings, their presence elusive. To discern and locate these insidious foes within the masses of devout citizens, the agents and operatives of the Ordo Hereticus must diligently refine their skills as astute detectives and investigators. They immerse themselves in the art of uncovering telltale signs and pursuing leads related to heretical activities until such tasks become almost instinctual to them. Physical evidence plays a crucial role in the meticulous work of an Ordo Hereticus witch hunter. Potential heretics lurk everywhere, but the limited time of acolytes does not permit them to interrogate every worker who misses a shift or every noble who indulges in illicit activities. Inquisitors and their devoted servants must concentrate their efforts on identifying heresies that genuinely pose a threat to humanity. The presence of tangible proof becomes invaluable in narrowing their focus. Remnants of sinister rituals, amulets, insignias denoting allegiance, and an array of other clues can serve as indicators of an impending danger. Numerous acts themselves are inherently heretical or serve as indicators of heresy. Acolytes often find themselves working from crime scenes, where they endeavour to identify and pursue the heretics responsible. Under the Emperor's watchful guidance, there are instances where they are fortunate enough to directly witness heretical actions. This could occur when acolytes operate covertly or remain unseen, granting them the opportunity to observe a heretic's crimes, unbeknownst to the perpetrator. On the other end of the spectrum, directly confronting a suspect with their suspicions or merely revealing their identities may provoke the heretic into hasty actions, such as fleeing or attacking the acolytes. Such actions are considered significant crimes themselves and further indication of guilt in previous matters. Now, it is widely known that physical mutation often signifies spiritual corruption. While certain imperial worlds tolerate communities of mutants as a lower class, in most places a mutation serves as a clear indication of a more profound heresy. Even in regions where mutants are allowed to exist, the presence of a mutant outside strictly isolated areas might suggest rebellion or other forms of heresy. Naturally, mutants who can conceal their mutations will certainly do so. Additionally, cult members sometimes purposefully mark their bodies with dark symbols through ritual scarring, branding, or electus to signify their unholy allegiances. Although such marks serve as powerful clues, they can also pose a challenge for acolytes attempting to infiltrate a cult, forcing them to choose between accepting these marks or revealing their true loyalties. Many heretics take perverse pride in their treachery, crafting blasphemous items intended to either celebrate their heresies or corrupt others. These creations encompass a wide spectrum, ranging from blatantly heretical artifacts to more subtle ones, such as paintings subtly infused with forbidden iconography. The works of heretics come in countless forms. They may include weapons infused with Xenos technology, tomes containing blasphemous knowledge, philosophical works challenging the divine right of mankind to rule the galaxy, or ritual masks depicting alien deities, or even talismans adorned with profane symbols. These are just a few examples, as heretics may personally create such items, purchase them, or even inherit them, with some artifacts potentially dating back thousands of years. Although physical clues are considered more reliable, acolytes often find themselves relying on informational clues due to various reasons. One possibility is that the heretics, in an attempt to conceal or destroy evidence of their crimes, make it difficult to find tangible proof. Another reason could be that the nature of the heresy is such that it does not leave behind any physical evidence until it's too late to prevent its consequences. When it comes to the heresy of thought, acolytes recognize that knowledge can be as powerful as physical acts. They employ covert methods such as monitoring suspects or gaining the trust of heretics to the point where they reveal their true beliefs. For those witch hunters who possess the abilities of psychers, telepathy becomes a valuable tool for uncovering heretical thoughts that perpetrators might be wise enough to keep silent. Whether an individual intends to act on their heretical thoughts or not is considered irrelevant. Simply expressing these ideas can spread the seeds of heresy and be deemed a significant crime in itself. Some Puritan Inquisitors even view holding such thoughts as a crime against humanity, as individuals who entertain dangerous ideas might eventually turn them into actions or share them with others. Ideas contain tremendous power, and the mere contemplation of the most perilous concepts is enough to brand someone as a heretic, just as condemning as any physical act. In some cases, knowing about ongoing heresy and choosing not to take action becomes a heresy in its own right. Individuals who knowingly shelter rogue psychers or supply weapons to rebels, permit family or friends to join heretical cults, or engage in other activities that pose a threat to humanity regardless of the scale are considered heretics themselves. Through their inaction, they inadvertently strengthen the enemies of mankind. The Adeptus Terra and the governments of many worlds actively encourage citizens to report any instances of heresy they come across to avoid being implicated of heresy or tolerance themselves. While many citizens dutifully report minor or imagined infractions, which may require local authorities' attention but are not the concern of acolytes, occasionally a diligent citizen reports a genuinely grave heresy. In some cases, the informant's suspicion may be directed towards a neighbour, and although the informant may not comprehend the exact nature of their neighbour's crime, which is probably for the best, the acolyte's investigations can uncover the truth. Sometimes the accuser might even provide additional evidence or guide the acolytes towards critical clues. Correlational clues play a crucial role in advancing investigations, providing acolytes with valuable insights. These clues stem from various sources and enable the acolytes to make sense of seemingly unrelated and perplexing aspects of a case, such as bizarre behaviour, deranged writings, or irrational concepts. In the context of the Ordo Hereticus, correlational clues might manifest as a revelation that a series of seemingly disconnected murders is in fact the work of a blood-worshipping cult, or that a hive's critical systems failures are the result of deliberate sabotage. As an investigation progresses and acolytes gather more clues, patterns begin to emerge. These patterns can range from mundane and logical, such as narrowing down the whereabouts of a heretic by analysing the locations of their crimes, to more enigmatic and almost supernatural occurrences. Unexplainable events like lingering unidentified odours left behind by cult members, or recurring nightmares afflicting hive residents at regular intervals can even serve as indicators of heretical activity. Initially, these incidents may appear to be random and insignificant, but as the investigation deepens and the acolytes uncover additional instances, their significance becomes apparent. By recognising and interpreting these patterns, the acolytes can uncover crucial information such as the whereabouts, nature, and even the plans of the heretics. Guided by the Emperor's wisdom, these leads empower the acolytes to apprehend the culprits and put an end to their nefarious schemes. Heretics, by their very nature, operate clandestinely to avoid drawing attention and the wrath of authorities such as local enforcers, the ecclesiarchy, or even the Inquisition. Cults, secret societies, traitors, and groups dedicated to protecting the mutants or rogue psykers often employ codes and secret symbols to ensure secure communication and self-preservation. To expose the presence of these heretics, acolytes must possess the ability to identify the existence of ciphers, even if decrypting them proves challenging. The acolytes might observe recurring symbols associated with the heretics, even if they are as subtle as a specific coloured feather discreetly tucked into their clothing, a particular hand gesture, or an innocuous-seeming phrase. While a solitary occurrence of a sign may go unnoticed, the acolytes can discern the significance of these hidden messages by noting repeated sightings. Once they become aware of these patterns, they can exploit this knowledge to identify the heretics through the very codes and signs intended to keep them concealed. The most vigilant and uncompromising witch hunters often view any association with a heretic as an indication of heresy itself. Even in the absence of substantial evidence, it is deemed safest to purge those connected to the heretic. Friends and family of a heretic may claim ignorance of their actions, but mere proximity to such a corrupting influence is seen as capable of leaving a stain on one's soul. Even if only a small fraction of these associates, perhaps 1 in 1,000, have genuinely been tainted by the heretic's deeds or ideas, it is considered prudent to eliminate them all. The prevailing mindset is that innocence alone is not sufficient proof of purity and loyalty. Innocence proves nothing.